Well, this is going to be a huge weekend regardless of weather as the Breeders' Cup comes to Keeneland for the very first time.
Knowing how to read a racing program and make picks at the track could help put you in the winner's circle. We're joined by Ed Rosa, the Director of Marketing for Brisnet.com. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here. It's going to be a huge week.
It is,
yes.
And a huge crowd expected out there, but there will be lots of others who will be able to take part in other ways. How can people get involved in Breeders' Cup even if they aren't going?
Yeah, absolutely. Been sold out for a long time. Obviously, not everyone can go. And one thing about racing that's great, you can participate away from the racetrack, and TwinSpires.com is the official wagering site of the Breeders' Cup and the Kentucky Derby. And if you can't get online, the Red Mile, Kentucky Horse Park is a place you can get your bet down, but the races are going to be live on here, so why not get involved from home?
That's right. So what's the best way to prepare for betting the races at the Breeders' Cup?
Well, for me, I'm a big fan of horses who are running well, run well. So, you know, you don't want to overthink it. It can be pretty advanced if you want to really get down to it. But for me, if you're going well, you're going to run well. Look at the last race, hear what people are saying about how horses performed in that last race. Typically, winners win. So if they won their last race, that's a starting point. And at Brisnet.com, there's a lot of information about what a horse did in its last race.
Well, Ed, you know, there's always a lot of talk, you know, tips going around. This horse is hot, watch this one, and so forth. Who should you really listen to?
Yeah, everyone's an expert Breeders' Cup week. Right. It's like the Final Four with the tournament. All of a sudden, everyone has the hot hand on the upsets. For me, horses are creatures of habit, and they do things differently from horse to horse, but one thing that is the same is they are habitual creatures. So for me, it's not about what this horse did that morning, it's if it's different from what they've done in previous mornings. So that's what to keep an ear out for. If you hear something like, oh, he or she missed training, or he or she normally does this, but this morning they did that, that's the red flag I listen for. So it's not necessarily who to listen for, but what to listen for.
Yeah, right.
Tell us about Brisnet.com. What kind of information can people find there?
Yeah, it's an official data source of the Kentucky Derby, so a lot of trust in the numbers there. But basically, it's like a box score for horses. You go, you get your statistics. Daily fantasy games are very popular right now. People like to know what quarterbacks are hot and things like that. Brisnet is that for horses. We tell you who's hot, who's not, and what the numbers say about who's going to perform well.
All right, just real quickly for people who you know, really don't know how to deal with a racing forum and so forth, any tip on that or how to find out?
Yeah, I mean, again, I go back to that last race is so important to me. And one thing Brisnet does is gives a number for how fast a horse ran. So instead of having to look for the time or what position they were in, a horse might get 100 or a 105. American Pharoah might get a 110. That last number, whoever's highest, wins more than most other horses. So that's a good betting tip. Just look at that number and sound smart at your parties.
Sounds good.
All right, I like that. Thank you.
My pleasure.